Welcome to the Stuff and Things Podcast, your home for all stuff related to your favorite things in entertainment. Now, here are your hosts.
Hello everybody and welcome to a new episode of the Stuff and Things Podcast. I am Sam. This is our Friday show where we talk a different subject every single week, and this week, for episode 27, we're talking disaster movies, and joining me, hoping not to make a disaster of the podcast, it's Stefan!
I promise nothing, but I will do my best.
Yes, I promise nothing and I guarantee even less.
Pretty much, yeah.
So, disaster movies, this is a fun one for me. Because I had this great tradition with my daughter for a long time where it became disaster movie Saturdays. And when she was little, we would pick a disaster film and like every Saturday we'd watch one.
Okay.
And as she got older, it became like a thing. Like, oh, let's do disaster movie Saturdays again. You do run out after a while. Like, you try and pick any kind of genre and stick to it for every Saturday. You do eventually hit the wall, and then it starts becoming like kind of... is that a disaster movie? I don't know. I mean, technically, I guess it was a disaster for the dog that was dead. I don't know. So you kind of like then start doing that whole, does it fit the category? I don't know. And then you see some of the more modern ones come out and you're like, is it as good as the originals, like the better ones? I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, disaster movies. I got a bit of a thing with this because there's this funny trend that happens with cinema every now and again where very similar films come out at a very similar time.
Yeah.
And I'm going to give some examples with that with disaster movies because there's 3 examples of it that I quite liked. And although there's like a couple of them are like were released in the same year, a couple of them are like a couple of years apart, but I read this article years ago in Deadline Hollywood. That's how cool I am. And this article was all about how writers for some of these films are like spec scripts, and they shop them around in studios. And sometimes a studio might look at a script and be like, nah, that's crap, we don't like that. But the disaster movie involving a boat, I like that. So they'll go away with their own scriptwriters to go, hey, like we want a disaster movie like this. Before you know it, that spec script that they didn't like but gave them an idea has gone to a different studio that did like it. And like, oh great, yeah, we'll make that. Yeah. And then all of a sudden you've got 2 studios making basically the same film. In the same
Just
time.
never such a slight twist on it.
Yeah, with like just or they start coming out and it happens more, like, now I've said it, think about it, and it happens more than people think. And I'm going to give you the first example of this with disaster movies, and that is the film Deep Impact versus the film Armageddon.
Yeah.
So, they came out at a very similar time.
Both came out in 1998. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. The man's on it. Look at that. And very different films in terms of tone. I'd say Deep Impact had a very kind of almost a more realism kind of tone to it. And I think Armageddon had the Hollywood, tone to it. The kind of,
yeah,
America, fuck yeah, coming along and save the day now. That was very Armageddon.
Yeah.
I mean, I like both of those films for different reasons. I like Deep Impact because of a stupid thing in it that always makes me laugh. Which, to this day, is horrible, but, but anyway, I like the film Deep Impact.
You're going to have to explain it now, aren't you?
Well, there's a stupid storyline in it where the kid is at an astronomy club. He's part of the team, or he gets named as someone who helped discover the asteroid or meteorite that's going to kill everyone on the planet. So him and his family get to go into one of these underground bunkers to stay safe. he's a teenager, like 30, 15, 16 at best, right?
Yep.
Because his direct family can go to the bunker, the girl he likes in his road, who's not going to be safe, he agrees to marry. Like, he's like, well, if you marry me, then you're my family, and you know, you get to be safe as well. And he says, you know, all of your family, because you're my family then. And I remember watching it the first time round, the very first time I've watched this film, and going, well, no, because you'd be his wife, so maybe you, but not like, you don't get to take the whole friggin' family because you get married. Like, that's like saying, yeah, I'm on the list and it says and my family and here's my 700 cousins. Like, no, that's not how it friggin' works, you dumbass.
That entire bunker is now mine. I've got a large extended family.
So immediately, shock horror, they get there and the soldiers say, nah, nah, mate. Like, yeah, she's your wife, we'll let her on, but her parents, like her siblings, nah, go away. There ain't the room. You're an underground bunker with finite air. It's not like we can just magic more space. Tell him to jog on. And he then goes to the bunker because she stays behind. She refuses to leave her family. And this teenage boy with his parents and he's going to go back for her. Now, I'm going to ask you a question as a dad now, alright?
Yep.
Your youngest daughter says to you, I'm going back to get someone. One, are you allowing that? And two,
not a hope in hell. Yep.
Are you then going to assist in that and then go into the bunker yourself, allowing your child into the wild alone?
No.
Like,
funnily enough, no.
What? Like that whole premise of this dad looking at his son going, yeah, all right, me and your mum would be safe then, you go out into the world and potentially die, is the most it is so beyond of, like, ridiculous. And again, like, I like this film, but it is ridiculous that storyline. And the fact that he then goes, right, here's my watch, you might need it to trade with in this now post-apocalyptic world you're going to be living in, whilst me and your mum are happy and safe in the bunker that you got us into. No. Never, ever, ever. I would knock my son unconscious and drag his ass in there and let him hate me for the rest of his life, because he would have the rest of his life, rather than let him go out and die for some
kid,
girl.
You're 16, trust me, you are going to find other girls. It's okay.
In this bunker, there's literally going to be, like, there's going to be options for your kid, and it's a closed loop. You're going to be fine. Yeah. But no.
They're only going to say no so many times before they run out of other options.
Then, in the vastness of this state in America, which, by the way, I'm told reliably isn't a small country, he gets back and finds her in the middle of a massive traffic jam. 6 lanes, all going in the same direction, and he manages to find the one car in amongst the thousands. Hallelujah. It's a miracle. He's on a motorbike. What is his plan? This girl refused to leave her family the first time. Is his plan to go and die with her? Is his plan to get her on the bike and take her this time, even though she refused last time? Is the plan to get the whole family on the motorbike he's on? What is the plan? It is brainless. And then he gets there. The parents of the girl are like, oh, here's our chance maybe to save our child's life, because that's how a parent should act, by the way.
Yeah, fair.
They not only put her on the bike and put a helmet on her like, you're leaving, because right here, stuck in this traffic jam, you're dead. They strap their younger baby to her and, like, take the child as well. Take your sibling. You go. Get out of here. Please, 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 boy, save our children's lives. Unlike his parents that were like, oh, you're off to die. Well, we're safe. Later's bitch.
Off you go.
Yeah, have fun. Hope the meteorite doesn't hit you on the head. And then they realise the meteor flies over, and they just go up the top of a hill and wait for the waves to crash, and they're safe at the top of the hill. Wonderful, great. Like it was so stupid. Like that whole thing's so aggravating. Like it annoyed me so much. But I still like the film because I like the other storylines in the film are really good. Like about the journalist uncovering it, thinking she's uncovering an affair, and it's like, oh, who's this Ellie? Like ELE, and there's this like senator who's like, she thinks he's shagging someone called Ellie, and he's like, oh, so you found out about Ellie? Then you found out the biggest story in humanity. And this journalist like, wow, ego much?
Yeah.
And like has no idea what she stumbled upon. So I like that. That storyline's great because it feels very realistic as well. Like that's how the word would get out. But yeah, so there we go. And also, you know, Morgan Freeman as the president, we could all only aspire to such wonderfulness.
Morgan Freeman is a god.
He is God. I've seen that film. He's brilliant. Yeah. He's a brilliant God. Armageddon. It is the same story. The Earth's going to get obliterated, same as the dinosaurs. All humanity is going to die. However, they're going to send up a team of oil drillers because drilling's, you know, an art, not a science. And they are going to drill a hole into this massive lump of rock and blow it up. Love that plan. Great idea. Wonderful stuff.
Yeah.
There are so many good actors in this film, by the way. Like, the cast is insane.
Oh, definitely.
But the premise is batshit. The premise that you've got these highly trained astronauts that have gone through everything in their lives, and they are at a level of fitness and mental acuity. They are supposed to be our best and brightest on the planet, not just the USA, on the planet. And the idea is that these group of lard-assed, you know, kind of oil drillers are incapable of teaching them what to do to drill a hole and plant a bomb, and that's it.
However, none of the astronauts are dating their friend's daughter, so there's a big hole in the story. They would have been missed out, of course.
Yes, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. Now, there's a lot of stuff in the film that I like because if you throw the premise stupidity out the window, which you have to do with films at times, and that's fine, there's a lot of very funny moments. The moment he discovers someone who works for him sleeping with his daughter and he goes after him with a shotgun, and someone says, I'm pretty sure this is murder. No, I'm temporarily insane, it's fine. Oh, okay. I mean, that line alone is worth the ticket price. There are some great actors in it, like some really phenomenal kind of stuff, really mad. There's a lot of scenes in it that are great. But yeah, it is, like, both films have these sort of, oh my god, really? But I can't think, like, there was a modern one called Greenland, which came out. Did you see that?
Oh, I haven't, no.
So I genuinely think this is the reason why a certain US president wants the country. I think he watched this film and thinks it's a documentary. So basically, Greenland, the Earth's getting hit by asteroids, meteorites, whatever you want to call them, and the only place safe that is going to be safe on Earth is the country of Greenland. This huge bunker there, and that's the only place that you're going to be able to survive. So there's all these people all around the place trying to get there, right? Trying to get to this place.
Yeah.
That's why the film's called Greenland. The Earth gets annihilated. These people do make it there in the end. That's the film. They've made a sequel. I have no idea what the sequel's going to be, but it's out soon.
Some films don't need sequels. A disaster movie, 9 times out of 10, you do not need a second disaster movie.
Yeah, because I am genuinely curious of, like, they're all going to come out of this bunker like, oh, we survived. This is amazing. Now, is it going to be a disaster movie? Like, are you creating a franchise now where it's like, okay, the first one was a disaster film, but the next one, post-apocalyptic, kind of like thriller, and then the third one's going to be like a zombie apocalypse. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you doing here? This could be interesting.
My god, there's another asteroid coming, but this time it's heading to the top of the Earth, so now
that
we
is
need
what
to
I'm
get to
worried
Madagascar.
I'm now genuinely like, you know, what's next? Like, what are you going to throw at us, literally? So, Armageddon versus Deep Impact. Have you seen both films?
I have seen both, but it was a hell of a long time ago.
Do you have a preference?
I don't, actually. I'm going to be completely honest. Like I say, it was such a long time ago I saw them.
Yeah.
Armageddon was one of my mum and stepdad's favourite movies, so that was on a lot. So I think I've kind of got this thing where I hate it just because it was on all the time.
I get that, yeah.
And the song from it. I don't want to miss a thing. That one.
I do think that puts it... I do think that song alone puts Deep Impact over the edge, because that song was incredible, and then it was the worst song in the world. I heard that so many times. And it was at a period of my life where I was young enough that every girl I was trying to date at the time was like, oh, that could be our song. Ugh.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, the funny thing is now...
my mum and stepdad's wedding song, actually.
Well, that's
ironically,
beautiful.
18 years later, apparently they did want to miss a thing. So, yeah.
No comment. No comment. But they... I will say it's funny with songs like that, because the songs get played to death and you hate them, and then you hear them years later and it's like, oh wow, that's amazing, that's a really great song. And that is one that I heard not that long ago on the radio and thought, wow, I've not heard this in so long. But if it got played every 20 minutes like it was at the time again, I'd soon be sick of it.
Oh gosh, definitely.
So I'm going to go Deep Impact for that. The stupid kids storyline aside, I like the more realism of that one.
Okay.
You need to choose, I'm asking.
Pick
one.
I'm going to say Armageddon just because I remember
that's
that
nice.
more.
Yeah, that's nice. It's nice that you got that memory of it as well. So that's good. Okay. I'm now going to move on to the next kind of disaster movie where I'm going to do a versus. And that is the film 2012 versus The Day After Tomorrow.
Basically the exact same movie.
But with really weird science in one and really scary science in the other. So
yeah.
I remember a comedian called Dara O'Brien, Irish comedian here in the UK, hopefully well known around the world, who was also a physicist. A very smart man.
Yes,
and I remember...
I've actually seen him live doing his comedy show.
Did you get to witness him talking about the film 2012?
I didn't.
Okay.
Unfortunately. But the guy's a genius.
At the time that film came out, or not long afterwards, he added a sketch about it because clearly to him it was like, what the hell? He said there's a bit in the film where a scientist looks to one of the characters, deadly serious, music kicks in, he says, the neutrinos have mutated. And he said to the vast majority watching audience, that probably was just like, ooh, words. He said, but to anyone with any basic understanding of the science, that was the moment you threw your hands up and went, shit, and left the cinema. He's like, literally two things that don't, like, there's mutate, no, doesn't work with, no, can't happen, no. And that's like, not even a thing. And so he did this whole sketch, and it was very funny. And I remember watching the sketch thinking, that film kind of changed for me now. But at the same time, it's like, the film's a bit mad anyway. But the whole idea is something shifts in the Earth, and the Earth basically becomes like a super volcano in the USA anyway. And obviously the world's going to end in 2012, just like the Mayans predicted. And the world has this, the governments have this plan to build ark vessels, like these massive boats, arks, and each country has put all these resources into it. China's built them because, of course, China's building stuff. and so this family somehow, with a ragtag, have got to try and get all the way there to save their own lives. It's actually an enjoyable film. The science and the whole thing behind it is utter nonsense.
He was a writer or something, wasn't he? He was like a writer in his family.
Yeah, you got it, yeah.
I remember something about, okay, it's been a while since I watched it. I'm sure there was like him in an RV being like chased by balls of fire falling from the sky.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. So they're in a part of America that basically erupts like a super volcano, and they've got to escape it. And his ex-wife with her new partner and his kids or like this little, like a little biplane, you know. And then he was a limo driver part time as a writer, on a limo driver to a Russian billionaire who obviously had a ticket on one of the arcs because he bought it, so he's aware of what's going on in all circumstances. And then they get on this massive plane with the Russian billionaire's cars because he wants to take his cars with him because, you know, billionaires do what billionaires do.
Yeah.
And then the billionaire, you learn that his missus, this young Russian model, hot looking thing, has been doing the pilot. Just like, the story's crazy and it's funny and mad. The Russian billionaire's got these two young sons that are obviously pampered little princes. But then in the end, the billionaire saves, you know, the billionaire sacrifices his life for his two young sons to live. Just want to point that out there. Once again, writers of Deep Impact, that's how normal adults and parents do.
Yeah.
It's still insanity. But the 2012 with the boats and everything, the ending, the kind of like, you know, the world's changed, but this is where we're at, you know, we're on our boats. Oh look, you know, a nice dove, there's going to be land, we found land, there's still some land, we're heading there, and that's how the film ends. Okay, there's hope for humanity's survival. The Day After Tomorrow is terrifying. The reason why it's terrifying is they base that film on a real scientific study. And once you know that, you can't unknow it.
And all of a sudden, the new ice age that's about to strike makes you go, wait a minute.
Yeah, because there's this thing of like, global warming. Well, global warming, you know, a few degrees hotter in the UK, that'd do. However, what happens is the ice caps melt. The seawater balance changes, the currents change, then all of a sudden when that happens, you have this mass freezing effect and you go into an ice age. It is actual science. It is actually what is going to happen to us if we don't sort shit out. And they wrote the script off the actual study, which is like, we don't know when this is going to happen, but this is going to happen.
No, that's it, because there's tornadoes, there's all of that. It just turns to shit.
Everything's getting messed up. So there's a tornado warning in LA.
There's a scene in it where like all the birds are all like, they look up and like every bird is all flying
in New York. Yeah, I love that scene. How scary would that be
at the time?
Yeah,
his name was Mr. Quinn. He was an absolute legend. This guy was.
Yeah. Okay.
And I remember we went into like the next class after this came out. He was like, so two things to look out for with birds. One, if you ever see all the birds fly in the same direction, go in that direction.
Yeah, follow them. Yeah.
Secondly, if a load of birds just randomly start flying into windows, get the hell out.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
Yeah, run. Yeah.
Yeah.
I like. There's
Birds
so much in that
Birds
film.
Will know.
But there's this incredible visual of like New York, like a tidal wave tsunami hitting New York.
Yes.
The visual of that is incredible, and the way this is a really silly nerdy thing, but the way they filmed it was like creating this like model of it, pouring water through it to get all these shots of like water. Then obviously there's like the green screen stuff of like people being caught in it, cars and stuff. But the model city, so that visual of the water gradually going through the city was like a model, and it integrated into the green. It's so good. Like you're completely.
I remember him in like the swinging, like the rotating doors.
Watching
the water come towards it. And that little part in my brain going, "Oh, that's spin fast."
Yeah, that's worrying. Yeah, that's not good. And then there's the bit they're in the building and a massive oil tanker's like heading down the street, like because the water is just like
that's it
down, and then of course the temperature drops. All that water freezes solid snow, you know, and then you look out and it's like, holy shit! Like the snow, the ice, like all the water is now solid ice, and then the snow's on top of it, and it's snowing and snowing and snowing. And you then see the bit where his dad has got a trek across the country to get it. He's like, I've done it before, walking across the Arctic. And it's like, he's walking past the Statue of Liberty, like the top of the Statue of Liberty sticking out of the snow, and he's just walking past it, and you're like, oh my god.
That's it. And the random
crazy.
Like the plane carriers,
Yeah,
the boats just kind of parked outside a city.
Yeah. It's just and there's this amazing bit in it, which again it should terrify everyone, because again this film is based on real science. He draws a line on the map and he goes, evacuate everyone below that line. He said, what about the people above it? Oh, it's too late. He's like, well, that's millions and millions of Americans. He's like, yeah, and if we'd acted before, they'd all be alive, but all they can do is try and stay by a fire now because they're fucked. And it's like, and then this guy, and he like this vice president, I think it is, like, oh, why are we listening to this guy? And this bloke goes, just for context, his son's above that line. Like, he's not drawing it as some sort of, this is arbitrary. This guy is like trying to save as many people as possible, accepting the fact his son's probably going to die.
Yeah.
And you're just like, it is such a good film. Like, it is such a good film, but it is terrifying. Everyone should be afraid. How are we not more afraid of this? Like, I remember being a kid and being afraid of quicksand.
Oh god.
In my life, I have never had that issue. But as a kid, I was terrified of quicksand. That was going to kill me. I was going to die in quicksand.
That was Jumanji. That was the reason for that one, Jumanji.
Whirlpools.
Yep.
Terrified of going in the water. No, I don't want to get on a big boat. Big boats get sucked down by whirlpools. I've seen it. I know it will happen to me. I never hear about ferries or ocean liners being taken out by whirlpools. Do you?
I can't say I have, no.
No, I've not seen a kraken sink a boat in a while. Like, these things as kids, like, this is some serious shit that's going to cause me problems in my adult life. However, as an adult, I watch that film and I'm like, yeah, okay. Maybe a little less aerosol. Maybe drive a little less.
Yeah, see, I'm quite glad I don't live in America.
Yeah, because they always get hit with this stuff first.
Yeah, this stuff doesn't happen in England.
Well, it does, because The Day After Tomorrow is also set all around the world, and see it.
The rest of the movies don't.
Yeah, it's that joke, isn't it? Like, oh my god, aliens have landed on Earth in America again, because that's the only place aliens ever land. Yeah. So, you watched both 2012 and The Day After Tomorrow?
I have.
Pick one. Which one you going with?
Oh, The Day After Tomorrow wins for me.
Yeah, me too. It's hands down. I like 2012. It's a fun disaster movie, but The Day After Tomorrow is nigh on a documentary terrifying. It's good. Yes. But it's good. It's very, very good. Right, I've got one more verses for you.
Go on.
It's another one of these where a spec script led to two different films being made. Again, off of 90s. One is called Dantes Peak, and the other is just so aptly titled Volcano.
Yep.
And they are both about volcanoes erupting. Volcanoes that have long been dormant, or in the case of Volcano, a volcano that was under the ground that no one thought would ever be active, but is suddenly.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Yeah, you know it. I love Tommy Lee in the 90s. I do know
that movie.
Yes, it's a great film. He's like a disaster kind of emergencies planner specialist guy. He deals with all the do you know who his assistant is in that movie?
I know.
Don Cheadle. War Machine,
Oh,
Brody.
of course it is. Yeah. No, of course it is.
It's one of them that the minute you go, oh my god, yeah, it is. Yeah, like one of his first proper film roles, I think, or was starring roles anyway.
God. And that came out in, I've just looked it up, 1997.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am that old that feels like yesterday to me. I remember this film. I remember when this film came out, young man.
And Dante's Peak also came out in 1997 with Pierce Brosnan.
Yes, Pierce Brosnan and Linda Hamilton.
It is Bond.
Yes,
Bond.
it's Bond and Sarah Connor. I mean, that volcano should have got its ass kicked.
Yes.
Both of them are very good films, disaster films. Both of them, again, have a sort of science to them where it's actually a little bit, oh yeah, in theory, that could happen. In theory, that is a problem and should be monitored, and is, scientists do monitor these things. But there is technically a supervolcano located where the film is for Volcano, and yes, in theory, if the conditions change, that thing could erupt and bye-bye
do you want to make
city.
yourself feel really old quickly?
Always, go on.
So, I have got good old IMDb open at the moment with Dante's Peak on one and Volcano on the other.
Yeah.
It does, at the top it shows like the trailer for the movie when you search it.
Okay.
At the end of the Dante's Peak trailer, it came up with available on video cassette. Oh, my back creaked as I read it.
Ooh.
Video cassette.
VHS.
Oh.
Now, do you even know what Betamax is?
I don't know what Betamax is, but I know what a VHS is.
Okay, so Betamax was the cassette tape before VHS.
Oh, wow. Okay, there was something before.
Yeah. There was a before times? Yes, everyone listening. I was born 83. What year were you born?
I was born 90.
Yeah, so, so it's, that's crazy. Oh, okay,
My mum used to work in a place very similar to good old Blockbuster. It was called Movie Max.
Nice.
And they only had 2 stores. There was one in our little town, and there was one in the town like 20 minutes up the road, and that was it. And I used to remember they used to have like the new film coming out, so they'd get all these posters. Yeah, put the poster up on the wall, new movie coming out, and it'd be really exciting because they've given us 3 of these DVDs as well as 5 of these videos.
Yeah.
And it was really exciting. It must be a big movie because they've given us 3 DVDs.
This mad of the world.
And I'm like, my God, I look back now and I'm like, I now can go to good old CEX and pick up an entire box set of Big Bang Theory or How I Met Your Mother, an entire season for like £1.50 on DVD.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, how time changes.
So because I like owning media and I own a lot of DVDs. Like I have a wall in my house which is DVDs. I would say I probably have over 1,000 films and TV series in DVD format, and I do add to it on occasion. Like I've got every Marvel movie from the MCU, so when a new one comes out, I do buy the DVD to add to that. Now, before switching to DVDs, I collected VHS, so I had over 600 VHS tapes before I switched to DVDs, and those VHS tapes, by the time I got to the point of like, what am I going to do with them? Well, I don't even have a player for it anymore. No one wanted them. I literally had to like just get rid of them, like recycle, just gone. And so I look at this DVD wall every now and again, and there's 2 things which is terrible. I look at that DVD wall every now and again, and one, I think, I wonder if at some point all of that is just obsolete again, and like this all worthless. Should I sell it now? And 2, I don't remember the last time I wanted to watch something and I went and got the DVD rather than going through every streaming platform I own, and then if I can't find it, just go, nah, fuck it, I'll watch something else. Like, it's there. I've got it. The DVD sat there, and I'm like, oh, then I got to get up, open the box, put the DVD in the machine. It's awful. Like, I hate admitting that, but it's true. Like, I
completely understand. Like, I've got all the Marvel, same as you, like all the Marvel movies. Well, I haven't got the last few, but I've got a made set of those, and I've got a decent collection of films and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, if it's not on Disney Plus or Amazon Prime,
yeah,
it might be on Netflix. No, all right. What else do you want to watch?
Yes, yeah, mad.
I can see it. I can see the film that we're talking about, but then I've got to like plug the PlayStation in to play the DVD.
Yeah, sod it. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, I'll just put the Big Bang Theory on for the 4 millionth time. So, Volcano and Dante's Peak. Have you seen either of those films?
Volcano, yes. Volcano, I've seen it quite a few times. I quite liked that when I was younger.
Yeah, me too. It's a good film.
Dante's Peak, no.
My favourite bit in Volcano is when they have to create a dam to put the flow of lava out to the sea to stop it destroying homes.
Yep.
And so they blow up a building that's being built to come crashing down like a set charge to make it crash in the exact right place to dam and create this kind of stop the lava flow.
Yes.
And that scene, the visual of that, and there's a bit with like the guy's daughter's caught up in all of it and this stuff, and you're like, okay, right, bit of added drama, but it is brilliant. Like this whole thing of it is so good. Like it's visually so good, and the idea of like everyone coming together to try and fight this thing, and like it's good. It's very good.
Yeah, I remember.
Dante's...
Isn't there like a subway tunnel?
Yeah, there's
like
a moment.
Subway tunnel. They're going through it, and the end of the tunnel just starts glowing red, and you're like, run away, run away.
Yeah. It is funny though when you're watching these films, because it's a bit like the zombie apocalypse films, where you know what's coming, but the actors don't. So you find yourself like, what are you doing? You just run away. But it's like the only thing we can really attribute to the real life is when COVID hit. And everyone's just like carrying on as normal, whereas like parts of the world are literally dying en masse, and we're in our country like, bloody hell, that doesn't look good. Anyway, I'm just gonna go out and kiss a stranger. It's like no one was paying attention until suddenly it was a big deal here. Like, look at that. Anyway, I'll just carry on living my life as normal. So when I'm watching these films now, I do have that kind of like, yeah, I believe it. I believe people will just keep ignoring it until it's too late.
I believe it could happen, yeah.
Yeah, I believe that. Dante's Peak, beautiful little town set in a dormant volcano nearby. Volcano not so dormant, people, gonna erupt. Town are being warned by this guy. The town are going, sod off, it's dormant. It's never gonna happen. He's like, literally, the lakes nearby are turning toxic. 2 teenagers went for a swim and burnt alive because the water became like acid. Trust me, I've been all around the world. I'm an expert in this. It is gonna happen. We're all right.
That is it. Yeah.
Like a massive bang, like a bomb going off, lava spewing up in the air. Do you know what? I think that guy could be right.
He might be onto something.
Yeah. Oh, maybe we'll evacuate. That's a good idea. Well done, everybody. Off they jolly well go. So,
if we'd have done this 3 days ago, yeah,
mate, just hilarious. Like if everyone had listened to him at the start, no one gets hurt. No one listens to him. Half the town are dead. The other half are fighting for their lives. I mean, it's not a great film if everyone listens to the scientists. I know that. I know it's over in the first act, and everyone just sits back and goes, there we go, we're all right. Yeah, you all right? Yeah, good. And the rest of the film's shite. We'll just sit here and play some cards while everyone gets dealt with. Yeah, all right. Yeah, good. Yeah, everyone's fine. I realise that's not a good film, but it does. You watch enough of these, you do get to the point where you're like, someone listen to the guy. Come on. Volcano versus Dante's Peak. You're obviously going Volcano. It's the only one you've seen.
Yeah.
I highly recommend you watch Dante's Peak. It's a very fun film. But for Tommy Lee Jones alone, I'm going Volcano as well. I like that guy. In the 90s, absolute legend. Legend of all cinema. The next section is funny because I kind of wrote down like best and worst. And so I want to just talk about Twister. Do you remember that film?
Oh, yep.
I loved that film.
That came out before Volcano. I was only
yeah. I had that film. The idea of these guys in America who are storm chasers. They are chasing hurricane. It's not hurricanes. It's twisters. It's tornadoes. Sorry. Yeah, hurricane. They're chasing tornadoes because they want to create a system, an early warning system, because obviously tornadoes in different parts of America are devastating. They rip families apart, houses. And they want to create this early warning system to stop it from ever happening. They've got an idea behind it, but they need to get in a tornado or near one to set their device off to get the readings, the data they need. Storm chasing, absolute lunatics. It's a group of them, and then you've got this other group that are like all techie and kind of they've got the money and stuff. So you got our little group, or like these kind of ragtag group, and then you got all the money. So it's
the
premise
fact
of
that
it.
storm chasers are real.
Yeah.
And these nutters go out and actually do this stuff.
Thanks to the world that we now live in, TikTok, YouTube, you can watch real storm chasers on a regular basis.
Yeah.
They're mental. But
So I've got family in Jamaica.
yeah.
And they quite recently, well, end of last year, wasn't it? They got taken by a very, very nasty hurricane went across the island.
Yeah.
And having family over there, it was obviously terrifying being in England, not being able to do anything to help. But my God, some of the people that were out there doing the storm chasing stuff, they have got more than one screw loose.
Oh man, massively, yeah.
Oh my God, look, that entire roof just came off that building. And I'm like, and why are you stood next to it?
Yeah. What is going through your mind right now? Because, yeah, no, I'm with you, man. I think it's insane. And just for the listeners, your family are all okay?
All are fine, yeah.
Good. Because this would have been a really shit story, dude.
Yeah, no, that was fine.
And of course, I don't have family there anymore. Yeah, but okay.
Do you know, from the Twister was made by the producers of Jurassic Park. Already
Honestly,
a fantastic movie. Look at that.
No, I wouldn't have. So, Twister had a sequel recently. Did you know this?
Twisters.
Yes. Have you seen it?
I haven't, but my wife wants to. Like, she wanted to go see it. We just never end up having time to go to the cinema and watch it.
Okay, I don't know if I'm going to help you with this. There are very few films that I've ever stopped watching.
Oh, was it that good?
And what I mean by that is that normally, even if it's crap, I'll just go on my phone. It becomes background.
You got to see it to the end, find out what the ending's like.
There are very few films that I literally switch off because I'm like, this is nonsense.
This is one of them.
And this is one of them. I liked the film Twister. And maybe if I got to the end of Twisters, I might have liked it, but I couldn't get past. Do you remember when me and you did a podcast? We used to talk about The Walking Dead, and we did a podcast on a show called The World Beyond.
Oh, God, yep.
And me and you basically said, this show isn't aimed at us. It's full of teenage angst and stupidity, and it is clearly not a show for us.
Yep.
The film, Twisters, feels like someone watched the first film and went, how could I make this appeal to a younger audience? I know. And just put together a cast of late teens, early 20s, or at least that's the roles they're playing.
Yeah, I'm just having a look through the cast now. As soon as you see someone like Glenn Powell put into it.
The storyline behind it is just awful. So, from my best and worst, ironically, Twister is one of my best, like, really great disaster film. My daughter loved it as well. We used to do disaster movie Saturdays. She loved that one. Twisters, I couldn't get past the first 20 minutes.
So here's a thing for Twisters, just quickly. Again, good old IMDb. You know a movie isn't good when they don't even bother giving the characters last names.
That's
like here you have Kate, Tyler, Javi, Boone, Kathy, Ben, Lily, Jeb.
But that's a very
Are
Gen
any of them
Z
related?
Yeah, it's a very Gen Z kind of. Doesn't matter. They're just like, hey, Boomhauer, hey, Frank.
Yeah, like, not one of them has a second name.
Mate, it is not a good film.
That's fair enough.
If your good lady wants to watch it, then maybe you'll watch it at some point. Let me know what you think. But,
I would much rather watch the original with a young Helen Hunt in it.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, very good film. Very fun film. I want to give a special mention to San Andreas. It's a modern disaster film. Again, based around a real horrible eventuality, which, fortunately, I think, I don't know. I mean, it's one of those that could happen, but holy shit, there's a lot of bad things has to happen first if that
to
makes
get
sense.
to that area. Yeah.
But in theory it could, which is horrific. And it stars The Rock. You wanna have like a 90s action. You had certain people. I think in the 2010s, you need The Rock in it.
Definitely. He was like everywhere at one point, wasn't
And he did another one talking about, you know, best and worst. He did another one which was called Skyscraper or something like that, where the basic premise was there's this building, it's the biggest building in the world, it's like its own city within the building, it's up into the sky, and there's a fire. Dun dun dun.
That's it. That's the okay.
Yeah. Yeah, scary stuff. So, what about yourself then? So, do you have a disaster movie that you pick out and go, yeah, that's my favourite disaster movie? And do you have one that perhaps you've seen that you're just like, yeah, that was bad?
For me, when I think of a disaster movie, The Day After Tomorrow, for me, is the one that kind of comes out.
Is your, yeah. Cool.
I have Googled the best disaster movies of all time.
Okay, rattle a few off.
So we're going to have a bit of fun now. You're going to tell me if it's a disaster or not.
Okay.
Okay, so like there's someone there. Okay, The Day After Tomorrow. Disaster movie.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Armageddon. Disaster movie.
Yeah.
The Perfect Storm.
Yeah, I'd go with that. That's a weather related. Yeah, okay.
We can go with that. Okay, so then Volcano Fight, War of the Worlds.
That's alien invasion. That's sci-fi for me.
It's the same as like Godzilla is on the list.
Yeah, that's a monster movie.
It's a monster. It's not. It's a disaster if you happen to live off the coast of like San Francisco.
Yeah, you're in Tokyo.
But,
yeah, you're fucked. Yeah.
Independence Day.
Again, sci-fi, alien. Yeah.
Planet of the Apes.
No, that's like no. That's
if
not
it makes you feel
movie.
better, it's the 1968 version.
I mean, but no, it's not. I mean, it's a sci-fi. It literally is like
sci-fi again, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, what about Titanic?
That's a fucking horror film. I'm sorry, it's a horror film.
It's genuinely, it's on here. It's Titanic is on the list of best disaster. Now, don't get me wrong, it was a disaster and a tragedy what happened. But
no,
really on the same scale as Day After Tomorrow.
Let's be serious about this. Disaster films can be, things going wrong, and yeah, that is a disaster, and it's a real life disaster. That's a film that's been created from something that really happened.
There are three versions of the Titanic.
Oh, easily, yeah, easily. And
A Night to Remember and Titanic itself are both in like the top 8?
Yeah.
On this page.
The reason why I call it a horror film is every man listening to this podcast knows that film reminds you of a fundamental fact, and that is, as a man, if you were ever on a boat that's sinking, you're expected to die.
Yeah.
Women and children first, and you're expected to stand there and die.
Yeah.
It's a fucking horror film.
Is there any room on that? All the women are on now. Can I please get on now?
All the women and children have been evacuated. Can I at least just squeeze onto that door, miss? No. Drown.
I'm afraid the door is not big
There was
enough.
room.
Yeah, bollocks, isn't it?
I don't care. There was room on that floating door she was holding on to. He could have lived.
Yes.
There was room. There was space. I'm not having it. It's a damn horror film of how women survive these things and men have to die. It's a damn horror. Okay, so we're going to wrap there because I think that's a good place to end. I hope everyone's enjoyed our chat about disaster movies. If you've got one that we've not talked about that you think is, oh my God, how have you missed that? Get in touch. If you want to argue, well, monster movies are disasters or anything, get in touch.
Zombie movies
always get in touch
are
with
not
us.
Disaster movies.
No, they are not. I mean, it's a disaster, but it's not a disaster movie. It's a zombie movie. Get in touch with us. You can get in touch via email, sam@stuffandthangspodcast.com. You can get in touch via any of the socials that we have. You can get in touch via several of the podcast apps. Do it because every 10th episode on these Friday shows, we do go through all of the comments, all of the stuff that's sent in, and we talk about the things we've missed because there are often things we've missed. And then we go through them, and that's a bit of fun for all of us. So do get in touch. Let us know if there's any we missed or anything we talked about that you think, oh, that prompted something, and we'll go through it. It'd be fun. We reply to every email we get, even if it takes us a while. So do get in touch. Mate, next week on the show, we're talking kids' TV nostalgia, me and you.
Ooh.
So that'll be fun. Because we're slightly different eras, but I think there's going to be a lot of crossover.
Yeah, I reckon so.
Yeah, because, I mean, I was born 83, you were born 90. I think probably, I think there's going to be some crossover. And also, possibly, different versions of the same shows, if that makes sense.
Yes. Yeah,
so that could be fun.
Stuff that came out.
Yeah, so that could be interesting.
And I got the fun of I've got a baby sister. She's not a baby sister anymore, but she's 10 years younger than me.
Yes, and also now have a daughter.
I now have 3 children as well that watch TV shows.
So kids TV nostalgia. That's next week on the show. Thank you so much for everybody for listening. As always, it wasn't a disaster. However, this could be. I'm now leaving you with Stefan and his final thought.
There is no physical evidence to say that today is actually Friday. We all just have the trust that someone's kept count since the first ever Friday.
Thank you for listening to the Stuff and Things podcast. We hope you enjoyed the show. You can find us on Facebook or online. Simply search the Stuff and Things podcast to join in our conversation every week.